Love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
This is for you, Kenny. It's the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings their love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive like a duet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. In the Florida Love Show, Kenny in red is your guide. He wears many hearts, so he has a very special side. In the Brooklyn Cafe, it's a big love buffet. With roses galore, and you are adored. Come take a bouquet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Shine your love wherever you can. Shine your light, love this man, live your dreams, make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Give the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show. Love you.
Mwah. Mwah. Love you, Sha. So Sha sings the Florida Love Show's theme song. I love the end of it. Give a hug, give a kiss. It's the Florida Love Show. Well, that's what we're about here. Love, love, love. And I am so honored today to have Helen Archer, who I call Helen Love. She's a world-famous cosmic astrologer. She's actually a love astrologer, and we're going to be sharing about that today. And we're going to be loving her dad, her beautiful dad. Oh my God, Indigo Sky. I love you, Indigo Love. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm excited to be here, sending out love and positive vibes. What a voice. Love you, love you, love you, Indigo. Please keep the comments coming. Oh, wow, I'm so excited. Let's spread love all over the world. So I want to show everybody this handsome man, okay? This is Joseph Amsterdam. This is Helen Archer's dad. When did he pass away, Helen?
1988.
Put the microphone up to you.
1988.
1988, he passed away. She misses him every second of every day. Now, my dad passed away June 10th, 1996. I'm going to show you my dad because Joseph reminds me of my dad. So there's my dad.
Oh, what a handsome
Benny
man.
Love. Yeah, he passed away June 10th, 1996. Now, Joseph was born in 1920,
Yes.
and my dad was born in 1916. So they're like the loves of my life. I love Joseph. He's been with me all week, and we've been spreading love all over the world. So we are going to love Joseph today. And, oh, Mom, my mom just commented in. I love watching the Florida Love Show today, too. Mom, I love you so much. Look at Dad, Mom. Love of your life, Mom. I love my mom is the love of my life. So I wouldn't be Kenny Love. Oh, my God, Trutron, I'm so excited you're watching today. I love you, Trutron. True love. That's what I call him, true love. So Trutron creates these beautiful Florida Love Show posters every week. We've done almost 150 straight Friday shows over the past 2.5 to 3 years. All Trutron, all true love. I love you so much, Trutron. You're so special, bottom of my heart. Love you so much. So much, so much, so much. He's so special. So again, we are going to love Joseph. The show is dedicated to loving Joseph. So Helen, is there anything you want to tell everybody about Joseph?
He was an amazing man. He worked his way up. He had his own company. And in the 60s, he was the first person to import transistor radios and batteries from overseas to the United States. Back then it was Japan. And he had a thriving business. He helped small business owners by giving them smaller orders so they could have transistor radios and batteries in their shops. And he also sold to the Army, to the PX, so the soldiers could have transistor radios. And then when I was like 14, I learned how to type. So my father, who was also an avid bridge player, he and I developed a bridge course. He dictated it to me, and I put it in writing. And he had a video cassette that went with it. And he taught bridge and was also a director and a master player.
Beautiful. Wow. Brilliant. Genius, talented, started his own business, transistor radios, helped people, a lover like you.
He was wonderful.
Beautiful. So we're going to share more about him in a little bit. So every Friday, I go to Publix and I get my roses for the show. So when George Floyd passed, I cried. I cried. I saw that officer put his knee on his neck and the life come out of him. And life is short, but like when that happened, I was just crying. And I wanted to do something about it. I said, I got to do something about this. So I reached out to my idol, Martin Luther King. And I have a dream like Martin Luther King has a dream. We really have the same dream, that all human beings love each other. So here at Florida Love, we transform the world with love. We spread love in the Florida community, transform the world with love such that we create world love. So we spread love all over the world. And that's what Martin Luther King does. So I reached out to him. He says, hand out roses to every African American and say, I love you. And that's what I did. I was on my way to the show with 6 dozen roses. So the news covered it, the Sun Sentinel, all the newspapers, and also the TV newses. So I'm going to play you the first TV news where we hand out roses in front of Bed Bath & Beyond in Boca Raton and say, I love you. And what's so huge about it was during COVID. So it was really big and people were really like lit up. And here at Florida Love, we call that Roses for Change. So it's a worldwide love movement called Roses for Change. So I'm going to play you the first TV news. Please play that.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lehrman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said, I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself, and love one another. And he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, Smelling Sweet, CBS 4 News.
Smelling sweet. Mwah. Love you, Lisa Petrillo. So Lisa Petrillo's the reporter there. And so here at Florida Love, we're a nonprofit. We're a 501c3. Love is free. Everything at Florida Love is free. So when I give out roses, it's free. You know, everything. To be on the Florida Love Show is free. Love has to be free. Love is to give just because, with no expectations of anything in return. So who could you give just because today and say, I love you to? I say I love you to everybody. It's pure freedom. And I love you, Helen, by the way. I love you so much, Helen. I love you too. So much. And Helen actually was watching a show, and you contacted me from watching a show. And now Helen is here. Look how beautiful she looks in red.
Thank you.
Love red. So I want to actually talk about love karma for a second. So Helen comes in today with these beautiful roses and this potpourri and these gorgeous crystals. And my whole room is surrounded by love. You know, gifts from guests, but this gift is so special to me. I'm so moved, Helen, by this gift. Why did you pick out this gift for me, Helen?
What?
Why did you pick out this gift for me?
Because it's a gift of love, and also it's the elements that I use to attract love and bring happiness to me and the people around me.
So roses, potpourri.
So roses are love, and red roses for romantic love, yellow roses for love of family, children, parents, friends, and co-workers. And then I take the roses and dry them, so we have the potpourri. And then we charge crystals under the full moon so they get a cosmic energy. And we put the crystals with the roses and the potpourri, and they will attract love.
Beautiful. So I love you so much, Helen. Love you so much. This is so beautiful. Love you so much. I'm going to put
Love
this
you
right by my
too.
bed. Love you so much. So Indigo Sky just wrote in, Florida is a magnet for people from all around the world that are on the spiritual path. Sarasota is a powerful magnetic vortex with quartz sand. So love you, Indigo Sky. Love you, Indigo Love. You are pure love. Please keep the comments coming. So I'm going to read something about karma right now because I believe in love karma. So karma, what goes around comes around. Keep your circle positive. Speak good words, think good thoughts, do good deeds. So I believe in love karma. The more love you put out, the more will come back. That's just the way it works. And how come that is? It's because God is love. Love is so powerful. So I believe if you love one person, you're loving all human beings. So here at Florida Love, we're about loving all human beings. So just go out and love one person. Say I love you to one person. Give them something just because, a card, a gift, anything, just to say I love you. So I love each and every one of you. So I'm Kenny Love. I'm the founder and creator of Florida Love, the Florida Love Show, Roses for Change. I've been like this since I was born. All I can remember is that I was always like, let's all love each other. Like, let's all get along. Let's all love each other. Let's all say I love you to each other. That's all I remember. And I get that from my mom and dad, who they get that from their mom and dad. That's the way it works. So, my mom just commented, my mom is pure love. She's the love of my life. And my dad, love of my life. Love you, love you, love you so much, Mom, Dad. And I owe them my life because they gave me life. So I'm going to read something else about forgiveness, because forgiveness, so there's no love without forgiveness, and there's no forgiveness without love. They go together. So what I do is I walk around all day long and I forgive and I say I love you, or I say I love you and I forgive, but I'm free to have. So love is no judgment, it's no resentment, it's no anger, it's no criticism, it's no violence, it's no killing. Love is free. It's just saying I love you. It's free. And it's freedom. So you want to be free, you want to be happy, say I love you to everybody. That's the way it works. So I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so excited for the show. Please keep the comments coming. So before I was talking about Martin Luther King, I want to read what he said. By the way, my parents marched in the civil rights movement and they saw him. No accident, because they are pure love. So Martin Luther King said, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed, that all men are created equal, that all men and women are created equal, that all human beings are created equal. So I love you, Martin Luther King. I have his dream, that we all love each other. Now what's amazing is everybody who has stood for love has been assassinated or murdered. That's because in this world, people would rather hate and say F you than love and say I love you, because that's the way human beings are. As crazy as it seems, and that's pure misery to hate and say F you. But love is pure freedom and happiness. It's a choice every second. And life is short. I could pass right now. So Martin Luther King was assassinated, okay? And I'm going to actually play some music from other people who were assassinated because they stood for love. And so I love you all. I will stand for love till I'm assassinated or till I pass, but I could pass right now. Life is short. Life is now. Only now. You only have now to say I love you. So I'm going to read you some of the sayings that just touch my heart. So one simple I love you can change everything for the better. So I love you all, each and every one of you. Try it on. One simple I love you can change everything for the better. Let me get these out here. All you need is love. The Beatles have it right. Love is everything. All you need is love. So if you want to be happy and free, all you need is love. Surround yourself with love and lovers. I love you. I love you. You're probably thinking you don't even know me. That's true. But if people can hate for no reason, I can love. And I got to tell you, I was watching the January 6th yesterday. I've never seen so much hatred in my life. Human beings just killing each other. Officers, human beings just killing each other, hitting each other, violence. I mean, crazy. That's how human beings are. They'd rather say F you and hate than say, I love you and love. So here we're about saying I love you and love to everyone, to all human beings. So let's spread the love all over the world. Love conquers hate. Period. Love conquers hate because God is love. We think we meet someone with our eyes, but we actually meet them with our soul. That's really deep and powerful. So when I look at someone, I look in their eyes, only in their eyes, because I see all the love in their heart and soul. Keep calm, because love is the answer. Love is the answer for everything. It's that simple. This is really powerful. There's only one race, the human race. So these are two children, human children. They don't have language, so they don't judge. They're just pure love, pure love. So I don't see color here. What I see is eyes. Look at the love in these children's eyes, these human children. Pure love. I don't see color, I just see love. These are two children of pure love. Children of pure love because they don't have language to judge. They don't have language to hate. Children are just love because they don't have language. So there's only one race, the human race. And my mission here is that all human beings, we all love each other. So until I pass, let's all love each other. I love you all. Love you, love you, love you, love you. So I'm going to play something right now about life is short because we think we have forever or tomorrow. That's not the way it works. We have only now to say I love you. So please play the video about not taking someone for granted.
Hey.
You alright?
I wanted to go for brunch on Saturday, so I was thinking we could book something. There's this really nice restaurant.
Yeah.
I thought we could go.
Hold on, 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. 20 minutes. Pen?
Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah. See you later, yeah?
Bye.
Okay. Yeah,
Love
okay.
you.
Be there.
Mr. Clark, is that Mr. Daniel Clark?
Yeah.
This is Dr. Cohen from Kensington and Chelsea Hospital.
Yeah.
Calling to inform you that this morning your wife was involved in a serious road incident. She passed away en route to the hospital, and I regret to say there was absolutely nothing more we could have done.
I hope this never happens to anyone, but the harsh truth is that it does. Often we're so engrossed in our work that we forget to value, appreciate, and recognize those that we're actually working for. We get so wrapped up in our own lives that we forget the people that make up our life. I know people who regret the last words they said, and others who never really got to share how they genuinely feel. Whatever is taken for granted will eventually be taken away. That's when we end up missing the most the person that we least appreciated. Because we never think the last time will be the last time. We think we have more, but we don't. Focus on those that you really love.
Whew, gets me emotional. Mwah. Focus on those that you really love. So here's a husband and a wife. His last words to her, can I have a pen? Do you ever think what your last words could be to someone if they passed now? How about I love you? My last words are I love you. I actually believe that if we all said I love you to each other all the time, there'd be no divorce. There'd only be marriage. People would stay together because they would love each other and say I love you. It's possible. It's possible. So here's his wife. She's pregnant. She gets in a car accident, and his last words to her is, can I have a pen? Let's all say I love you to each other. So I love each and every one of you. You never know. Life is short. Right, Helen?
Yes.
Your dad passed from cancer, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Did you know he was going to get cancer?
No idea. It was a shock.
And what kind of cancer did he have?
He had lung cancer.
Yeah, Dad had lung cancer. My dad, he did an estimate for me in the morning for my printing company. I called him in the afternoon. The phone didn't answer. He ended up going to sleep to take a nap, and that was it.
Wow.
We don't know. Life is short. I could pass right now, so we only have now to love each other. I love you so much, Helen.
I love you too.
So much. So I'm going to read something. You will never know the value of a moment till it becomes a memory. You will never know the value of a moment. Look at these two people in bed together, this couple, until it becomes a memory and she's gone. Can happen in a second. Boom. And I've done hundreds of in-loving memories, and they've passed every different way, unexpected. And most of the times, they didn't get a chance to say, I love you or goodbye. So I'm going to read something else. And I just want to acknowledge my friend gave this to me, Alan Love. It's called If I Knew. If I knew it would be the last time that I'd see you fall asleep, I would tuck you in more tightly and pray the Lord your soul to keep. If I knew it would be the last time that I would see you walk out the door, I would give you a hug and a kiss and call you back for one more. If I knew it would be the last time I'd hear your voice lifted up in praise, I would videotape each action and word, so I could play them back again day after day after day. If I knew it would be the last time, I could spare an extra minute to stop and say, I love you, instead of just assuming that you would just know that I love you. If I knew it would be the last time, I would be there to share your day. Well, I'm sure you'll have so many more, so I could just let this one slip away. For surely there's always tomorrow. For surely there's always tomorrow. To make up for an oversight. And we always get a second chance. Of course, we always get a second chance, right? Second chance. To make everything just right. There will always be another day to say I love you. Tomorrow, second chance, another day to say I love you. And certainly there's another chance to say anything I can do. But just in case I'm wrong. Just in case I'm wrong. And today, now, is all I get. Now. I'd like to say how much I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you so much, all of you. Stop crying. And I hope we never forget, tomorrow is not promised to anyone. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. young and old alike. And today may be the last chance you get to hold your loved one tight. So if you're waiting for tomorrow, you'll surely regret the day that you didn't take that extra time for a smile, a hug, a kiss, and you were too busy to grant someone what turned out to be their one last wish. So hold your loved ones close today, tight today, and whisper in their ear. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them how much you love them. I love you all so much. Helen, I love you so much.
I love you too.
And that you'll always hold them dear. Time to say I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Or it's okay. And if tomorrow never comes, if tomorrow never comes, you'll have no regrets about today. So I love you all, each and every one of you. We only have now. Life is short. So I'm going to play something right now. We're on the verge of a nuclear war. And if you don't think when Putin says those words, it's not possible, it's possible that we could all be destroyed like this. So what are we waiting for? Let's all love each other. So I love you all, each and every one of you. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Let's have our last words to each other be, I love you. It's possible. A nuclear war is possible. Just in the way that he would even say it. That's the way human beings are. Again, they'd rather say hate and F you than say I love you and love. So here we say I love you and love. So let's all love each other. Let's spread the love around the world so that never happens. So I'm going to play you right now what happened this week about Ukraine. Okay? Because, you know, a person passes here, a mass shooting, 20 people pass, 100 people pass, whatever that is. In Ukraine, thousands and thousands and thousands of people are passing. So I'm going to play you the news right now of what happened in Ukraine this week. Thousands of people hurt, maimed, paralyzed, killed. So please play that video.
Vladimir Putin reminding the world that he has no qualms about intentionally bombing and murdering innocent civilians in Ukraine, just to make a point. In a savage and brutal act of revenge, the Russian tyrant unleashing a widespread and deadly barrage of missiles on civilian targets and infrastructure sites in cities across the entire country of Ukraine. This is a well-known pedestrian bridge in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, a popular tourist attraction right in the heart of the city. Surveillance video showed the massive blast that rocked the bridge. It's damaged, but still standing. A different camera angle shows a man narrowly escaping the explosion and then running away as shattered glass and chunks of bridge came raining down. And this is a smoking crater right next to a children's playground in Kyiv. Pieces of the missile still smoldering just feet away from jungle gyms. Ukrainian officials say the wave of strikes killed at least 14 people. This is how widespread they were, from the city of Lviv, near the border with Poland, a NATO ally, all the way to Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city near the Russian border. Putin says the strikes were in retaliation for this, the huge explosion that collapsed part of Russia's bridge to Crimea, a critical supply line for Russian troops in Ukraine. Russia is accusing Ukraine of blowing it up with a truck bomb. Now, Kyiv has not officially taken responsibility. Regardless, it was a humiliating and deeply personal blow to Vladimir Putin. The bridge is a symbol of his power and Russia's annexation of Crimea. Putin personally drove a truck across that bridge for its opening ceremony in 2018. In a televised address, he's now threatening even more strikes if Ukraine continues to commit what he calls terrorist acts on our territory. After today's attacks, a defiant Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky went out into the streets of the capital, Kyiv. He says Russia also used Iran kamikaze drones, in addition to those missiles. Zelensky says many of the strikes targeted the power grid to knock out electricity to civilians.
The morning is hard. We are dealing with terrorists. They seek panic and chaos. They want to destroy our energy system. They are hopeless. The second target is people. They deliberately choose such a time, such goals, in order to cause as much harm as possible.
Ukraine's military refusing to be intimidated as it continues to recapture territory and drive the Russians back. Ukraine's defense ministry tweeting that Russia's strikes against civilians will only make their resolve stronger. Reporting now from our sister network Sky News and its correspondent Alex Crawford. She witnessed the destruction from one of the strikes in the city of Dnipro.
The huge mushroom cloud created is captured by a driver on the other side of the road. Imagine the naked fear felt by those in the middle of all this. This was the north side of Dnipro, one of Ukraine's biggest cities. And the attacks here were replicated across a string of other cities throughout the country. It is by far the most widespread series of Russian attacks since the start of the war, hitting 11 key infrastructure facilities in 8 separate regions. Quite a record, with the war now in its 8th month. This was the crater caused in Dnipro by that double hit, in a residential area. There are several apartment blocks around, and it's on a busy bus route.
This wave of Russian attacks across the country has dramatically upped the ante and suggests far from giving up, the Russian leader has once again doubled down.
The residents trying to piece together their lives are full of fury.
Russisch Schwein.
And millions saw a young student narrowly escape death on her way to university. But amidst the fear and horror, the indomitable spirit of the Ukrainian people was on full display, helping each other on this, the very worst day the country's seen in months. The capital's residents took to underground shelters again, but their response was this. Patriotic songs sung heartily and with great gusto. Difficult to imagine, but there could have been even more destruction, more flattened homes and deaths. Yet the Russian leadership's threatening more attacks. There's no end in sight to this misery. In fact, it's just escalated several notches. For the news, I'm Alex Crawford.
That's the world we live in. It's been like that forever. Human beings would rather hate and kill each other than love and say I love you. So here we're about loving and say I love you. And until you get that about the world, you can't just say I love you to people. But that's the world we live in. Thousands and thousands and thousands. Did you see that girl on the way to the university and a missile blew up right next to her? Life is short. Again, we could have a nuclear war. We only have now. Now to love each other. So I just want to love Ukraine right now because our life's at stake. World love is at stake. Ukraine, lifting all Ukrainians in sincere, heartfelt prayer. Dear Lord, protect all families, their children, make their spaces safe, provide for all their needs and comfort them. Sending prayers of love, peace, hope, and healing. God will prevail. Amen, amen, amen. So I'm going to play a song right now of what's possible if we all love each other. So please play Imagine.
One, two, three.
Imagine all the people living for today. Yeah. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, yeah, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us. Oh yeah, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Be as Imagine all of the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, oh yeah, but I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I hope someday you join us, yeah, and the world will live as one.
Woo! Well, that's what's possible in the world. John Lennon, assassinated for standing for love. So I gave out roses to teenagers because teenagers are our future. Children are our future. And the news covered it, and they hadn't heard I love you in years and years and years from parents, siblings, relatives, everyone. And so I'm going to play you that news where I hand out roses to children. Please play that news.
We're continuing to bring you inspiring stories from our area about people changing their communities for the better. Tonight, WPTV News Channel 5's Chris Gilmore shares the story of a man on a mission to spread love, one rose at a time.
Roses are red, and Ken Lerman's suit is too.
Love you, Anthony.
If you see his bouquets, he has a message for you.
Man, love you, brother.
The 55-year-old loves love.
I love you.
And he now uses roses to let people know it.
I love you.
There's some pain behind Lerman's purpose. His Roses for Change campaign began this summer after he and people across the country witnessed the fallout following the death of George Floyd while in police custody.
How can one human being do that to another human being? Like, I was crying when I saw it.
Armed with roses and a message of love, Lerman says he wanted to reach those most affected.
I got to give this to all the African Americans. They're hurting.
His message has since caught on both online and in Palm Beach County, where he regularly shares love and roses to people of all colors. We caught up with Lerman with 100 of his favorite flowers in hand at the Milagro Center in Delray Beach.
A lot of learning goes on every day here in the Milagro Center, but today's lesson consisted of some flowers and 3 words. going a long way.
I love you.
I was surprised, and I was like, oh, I love you too.
A lot of these teens say it's been a while since they've heard those words directed at them,
I love you.
and even longer since they have been given flowers.
It was kind of weird at first. I was like, roses giving someone flowers. It was kind of weird because I didn't expect that, but it's pretty nice. It's a really nice gesture.
He said, I love you, you stay safe, and he told my grandma happy birthday too.
Lerman says he hopes the connection he makes with strangers leaves a lasting impact.
That's my mission every single day, to spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love.
Because maybe all you need is love. In Delray Beach, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
And you can help us share stories that are inspiring South Florida. Just send us your ideas to inspiringsfl at WPTV.com, or you can head to our...
Beautiful, beautiful. So as you can see, I love you, Chris Gilmore, by the way. Mwah. He's the reporter there. Those kids, when I walked in, were kind of just hanging around. At the end, I gave them roses, said, I love you. They lit up, and we were dancing. That's the miracle of love. With great love comes miracles. So Chris Gilmore said, maybe all you need is love. And here at Florida Love, we say, all you need is love. Again, the Beatles had it right. So this is the 2-year anniversary of when I had Sensibility on the show. So Sensibility makes candles. And everybody in Sensibility has Down syndrome. And when I went there, the mom, Bonnie Love, said to me, I want to create a place where they can live together in case something happens to me. Well, 2 years later, that's actually happening. And when they were on the show, all they said was, I love you, Kenny Love. I love you, Kenny Love. I love you, Kenny Love. Because they don't have the language to hate. They just love. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to play the slideshow from 2 years ago so you can see these beautiful, loving, like, from Sensibility. They're amazing. Please play that slideshow. Oh boy, I'm gonna get so emotional, start crying. So that was Alexis and Jessica at the very end. They were the one holding up the poster. Pure love, pure love, pure love. You know, sometimes on Facebook, I'll get like 1,000 likes from Alexis. Pure love. They just said, I love you, Kenny Love. I love you, Kenny Love. So Sensibility, they make these beautiful candles. So they made the Florida Love Love candle for me. I love you so much, so much, so much. And Bonnie's the mom. Love you, love you, love you, love you. So bottom of my heart, it just touched me. So special. So I'm going to play you some songs right now. We have groups at Florida Love that you can join on Facebook. Okay, we have Love Will Keep Us Together, which has over 4,000 people. We have Love Circle, where we get together in person and say I love you. It has over 1,000 people. We have Roses for Change, which has 1,000 people, where we give out roses and say I love you. We have Days of Love. We have Florida Love Dating and Networking, where you can meet the love of your life, whoever, man or woman of your dreams. That is over 31,000 people. And then we have Love Songs. Love Songs started with one person. Remember I said if you love one person, God is love. The power of love spreads to the world. So I loved one person, and now it has over 329,000 people. Love from all over the world. Love songs from all over the world. Everybody wants to love and be loved. So I'm going to play you a few songs from Love Songs. And each person I'm going to play has passed away suddenly. The singer of the song. Again, life is short. We only have now. So please play Meatloaf.
Some days it don't come easy, and some days it don't come hard. Some days it don't come at all, and these are the days that never end. And some nights you grieve and fight, and some nights you're carved in ice.
I'll do anything for love, because love is freedom, love is happiness. And Meatloaf, one of my favorites, I'll never get to see him in concert again. So I think about how many times was he in concert and I was like, you know, maybe I'll go, maybe I won't. Life is short. We only have now. So I'm going to play a song from someone who just recently passed about love from Love Songs. Please join all the Florida love groups. It's free, but this is from Love Songs. It's got almost 330,000 people right now, and you'll see love from all over the world. But this song is from someone who just passed. Please play I Honestly Love You.
Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. We both know I got somewhere else to go. But I got something to tell you that I never thought I would. But I believe you really ought to know. To answer, I see it in your eyes. Maybe it was better left unsaid. This is pure and simple, and you must realize that it's coming from my heart and not my head. I love you. I honestly love you. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm not trying to make you anything at all. But this feeling doesn't come along every day, and you shouldn't blow the chance when you've got the chance to say I love you. I love you. Honestly love you. Were born in another place and time, this moment might be ending in a kiss. But there you are with yours, and here I am with mine. So I guess we'll just be leaving it as is. I love you. I honestly love you. I honestly love you.
Woo-hoo-hoo. So I love you, Olivia Newton-John. When she just passed, I was crying, crying, crying. I mean, who can't forget Grease and John Travolta and all that? But wow. And I love you, Gigi. So that's Gigi from the Philippines singing that song from Love Songs. So please join Love Songs and see love from all over the world. So I want to thank you all for watching the Florida Love Show today. I love each and every one of you, and that song brought up my love for my dad. So this is my dad, Benny Love. So I just want to say, Dad, I love you so much. I miss you every second of every day. And life is short. So go out and love everyone in your life. Let them know you love them. So as I end every show, who can you give a rose to? I love you.
You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken@florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you all.